Hello everybody, how are you going? And welcome back to Bloons Tower Defence 6, where I want to be seeing how far can you get with only ever having one tower on the screen. Now, I've tried it with the two before, and that was alright. It wasn't too completely unmanageable, but one, I reckon that will be a completely different experience altogether. So then, starting right out with Sauda makes the most sense to me, as she can take out plenty of rounds and allow me to accumulate plenty of money to then dump into another tower. I've also wanted to see how much more difficult this track is going to be with only ever having one, as I think Sauda does pretty alright for many rounds by herself. It just becomes a lead situation where her ability can't hold them off forever, but camos, no dramas. And so my main question will be, who do I then want to swap to after her? Because I can get plenty of rounds out of her, so it has to be a decent upgrade, that's for sure. Obviously, there are a whole bundle of towers that aren't realistically in the picture, considering, well, for one, I can't get a village and I can't get a submarine, and so no one that can't see camos will ever be able to see camos, and so they're just out of the question. And so it's really between, let's say, a ninja, a wizard, the Sauda, super monkey if I was really wanting to go down that path, even a monkey ace if I was going to be getting spy plane. But I don't know, there are a few things, maybe even like pirate lord with crow's nest would make the most sense, and that is what it is. But there are so many towers that would be lovely to get, but you just have to completely ignore them. They're not even in the picture. I might as well just, I wish you could filter by non-camo, non-lead popping ability. We are starting to get a few more though, round 15, and Sauda is a bit more on the ropes. Yeah, she is just on the cusp of upgrading, and as soon as she does get a level 4, it changes back in my favor. Now, let me just make sure that I guess I use Sauda's ability. I missed it the first time around, so I'll have to wait for her to come back around. Here we go, use it 3, 2, 1, there we go, and then she is able to take out all of those leads, but I will need a little bit of help, and I think that will come soon in the form of selling Sauda, sadly, and getting hotshot for this guy, and getting all the way up to monkey pirates. I believe I should be able to afford it pretty darn soon. Obviously, I just have to make sure that I also get crow's nest in that as well, as I don't want to be caught out by camos when all of a sudden Sauda was doing such a marvelous job of it. But look at this, nearly $7,000, round 29, finishing with $7,000, plenty to spare, and plenty of firepower still to come. If I can, no, I won't get the ability back, so I guess I'll have to wait, and hopefully, I don't know, I guess I just have to time it perfectly. There we go, just use that right there, and hopefully the swords will just last long enough, but I don't think they will, so this will be a pretty sad day for me. I guess if I used it originally, then they probably would have been fine, but damn, just like that, 70 lives gone. That does certainly make me wonder, is it finally time to be selling Sauda? I just can't be having another repeat of that and solely relying on the ability. And so I think, as much as it pains me, and as much as I would love just to go all the way with Sauda, I will just be selling her right then and there and getting the Monkey Buccaneer. I believe, because I will be getting longer range, I can put it slightly favoring this side, so it should hopefully grab the start as well as this entire curve out here, putting it right favoring, I can't exactly remember, but right there. And now we will go longer range crow's nest, so at least nothing gets missed, and then as far up as I can go with only, I guess, $800 until I can get the main monkey pirate. So that isn't too bad at all. But hey, speaking of monkey pirates, I now do have the money, and so there we go. It has been acquired, and that will take me a very long way. I think I will be saving up for pirate lord in between, probably eventually getting either an anti-balloon or I guess maybe a flying fortress, just to be having the range that I want. But otherwise, I don't really know what could be another medium point. Preemptive strike, no. Sub commander, I don't think so. Not for the kind of pricing that I would have to be saving up for. And so I guess I'll just keep rolling through these rounds and just hopefully using the ability at the right time. Truly, I think one of the best, I don't know if you call it abilities or what, but best things about the Buccaneer, especially on a map like this, is the fact that both cannons and both sides of the ship, both port and starboard, can be shooting at the same time. And so when it's being flanked, it also isn't being flanked. It honestly kind of reminds me of the targeting system of the Tech Terror and above, where you can select first and strong and close or whatever, but this just does it automatically out of both sides, whatever it chooses. And I'll take that for its price, that's for sure. But hello there, let me just take you down before you just goes creaming through me, even though I don't think you would have. Everything was lovely and dealt with nice and easily. And now back up to 9 grand. I'm getting there. I guess I'm about, what, a third of the way to Pirate Lord? I'll take that. Only like 10 more rounds and I'll get there. Well, look, I certainly was not too far off. I believe it was around 41 or 42 when I said it'd be about 10 rounds, and that has now been 10 rounds between getting Monkey Pirates and Pirate Lord. Look at that. $26,000 down the drain, or $26,000 down the river, but definitely not down the drain, because look at this, all of a sudden, nothing will be a particular problem with me, and I can see plenty of Moabs coming my way and immediately onto my hook. But I guess now I will just have to be setting my sights on what will be next, as I've already made 10 grand, which is pretty darn nice to see, only in 5 rounds, and so that does put me in a decent trajectory to be saving up for something like the Flying Fortresses. As much as I do love the Pirate Lord, it's an incredible tower, especially for the price. At the same time, price isn't everything. If you can pay more for more damage, I will have to take that to see how far I can truly go. And so I think that is going to be in the form of maybe a Flying Fortress, or just a bit of research is probably what I'm going to have to do to truly try and figure out what I want to be getting here. Actually, I think I did stuff it up a little bit as I was trying to service this front part, but I think if you move them more so to the center, if you put one here, I think you can just pick it up on the edge there, especially with the bigger balloons. I think they just sneak into the cone of vision and you can shoot them all the way around. So that is a good thing to remember, but I'm definitely not going to sell it because I need to be saving up for other and bigger, better things. But it could have made such a difference, and hopefully with another still basically $40,000 to be getting, hopefully I can make it that far. Yeah, I just saw a little bit of a snippet of it, and I do believe that it would have been way better if I favored it to the other side, because as much as I do like being able to shoot the front here, I think it would still be able to shoot the front, but I also just saw a Moab come down the front, and as soon as it got to about here, it was able to get targeted. So it's only about the width of the path that makes all the difference. Well, here it is, round 80 with $60,000. I could just immediately take it out, but I think I'm just going to leave it to try and maximize my potential earnings. It's going to completely cream it. Look at that. It's on fire, then they're on fire, then they're broken down, then all of them are just going to be coming hot and fast, literally hot and fast. But that was too darn easy for the Pirate Lord. But hey, as much as it does say victory right about there, it is far from being over. I have plenty more money and plenty more damage than I'm hoping to inflict on this path. And so let's just see how far can you get with only ever having one tower. I've just added it up to see how much money I will truly need to be able to get the entire Flying Fortress all the way up, including Spy Plane, and it's $113,240. And now I do have 83,334 of that, but that isn't a small amount of money away, and the rounds are getting progressively obviously harder, but more so further. To be fair though, I am still yet to use the Pirate's Lord ability, and a round like this would be the perfect round, but I'm just trying to maximize the amount of money and returns that I get, as I believe that you get more money from actually popping it compared to using the ability on it, because I think I've popped DDTs before with the ability. I think you get like 20 bucks. And so as much as I do have the security blanket of the ability, I'm also getting a little bit worried, aka use the ability right there for the first time, because these balloons are getting even further. I still have a fairly decent amount of cash to be having to save up before I can possibly even look at getting this Flying Fortress, and these balloons are getting pretty darn far. I don't really know if I want to be using the... I just tried to play it and I just flew too close to the sun. I was trying to not use my ability and they got me. Actually, what it would have made sense if I didn't just have it on autoplay, and for the last round, at the end of round 90, if I then sold it. I've got to see that. Here we go. We shall continue, so to say. I've got 104,000. Then once I sell this guy, and then I can buy the Flying Fortress all the way up. Here we go, all the way up to Flying Fortress and a bit of Spy Plane, still with $16,000 left over that I'll never get to use, I don't believe, unless I just want to be saving up stupid amounts of money, and I don't think I would ever get anywhere close to this kind of level or this kind of level. Regardless, let's just see, can the Flying Fortress do better than the Monkey Pirates on round 91? My guess would be yes, because that's just my general experience of it being able to hold everything at the front gate. To be fair, it is also a bit of a sad day today because the Flying Fortress won't be able to live up to its full potential. You know, I love being able to give it lots more darts, mixed with some jungle drums, mixed with some permabrew and all those good things, but just because I have to get Spy Plane, and just because I only have one tower, it makes a huge difference in the total popping power. Round 100. I shouldn't have any qualms with this. I've taken it out just with basically a Flying Fortress before as well, and it does it pretty cruisily as well. I mean, yes, like I just said, I don't have lots more darts, but look at this. It is absolutely laying into it, and it's basically game over as soon as the entire thing is done. There we go. Hey, funnily enough, the Insta Monkey is a Monkey Ace. Now, the only thing that I am wondering is, do I want to be trying to get the anti-Bloon? Because it's not completely out of the realm of possibility in terms of my cash. I've already got 65 grand. The Flying Fortress is able to hold off plenty of people for the next little while, not too long, but little while, and it would... I think it does. If I was able to put it, if it was center, it would be incredible. But maybe if I could put it right on the edge here, does it fit? Where would be the best spot? Where does a Super Monkey fit, if anywhere? There? there, but more so I'm just interested in trying to get that anti-balloon ability, just because I know from the Pirate Lords how good the abilities are, and sadly the Flying Fortress doesn't have one. I mean, if it did, I don't know what it would be, but it would just be completely more ridiculous, and sure, charge me 120 grand for it, I will take it all day long, and I won't even consider the anti-balloon, but that's the only thing that's on my mind going, would it be better? I mean, I'm also wondering about the Bloon Master Alchemist, but I just don't think when there are still, I mean, it wouldn't be able to see the camo, so there's not even a question about it. When we have this many DDTs just flying out, we'll see if the Flying Fortress can take them out. Oh my goodness, that is so many. Oh, I just was not able to hold off 106. Wow, 2.5 million pop count, total damage 3.3, so it certainly did its fair share, but I wish it didn't get rid of them, but there were so many DDTs on the horizon just about to break through that even if it took out that one pesky balloon, it definitely would have killed me. And so I'm sure that there are some people that might be able to just optimize it absolutely perfectly and get a little bit more out of it. Maybe the anti-balloon is better, maybe the Bloon Master Alchemist is better, but around 106 on this map, that's my limit.